Hi, welcome back to my channel, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you for joining in. Today we're going to be going through a review of a movie I've watched many times, 13 Ghosts. Now 13 Ghosts is a remake of a 1963 film, which I wasn't actually aware of until doing a bit of research into the film. The story itself follows a character played by Tony Shalhoub whose family have recently suffered a loss. The wife has recently passed away, and they receive an inheritance from a rich uncle who's passed away as well. They go to the house and obviously ghostly things happen. Now, one thing I did really enjoy about this film, which I don't think it gets enough attention, is the sound. So the actual, throughout the whole film, there's an underlying noise, sounds that come through. And in the very first scene, the junkyard scene, and if you've seen the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say the junkyard scene, there's laughter. And I never heard it before until I listened to it with my headphones on and was watching it last night. And you can hear this laughter in the background just very faintly. It's really quite good and quite disturbing as well. I loved it. It threw me for a spin when I first heard it. Had to, hit rewind and sort of go, I did. Wow. But yeah, look, the sound throughout the whole film is fantastic, and that just highlights some of the effort that's put into movies, which straight off the bat we don't always notice, but people making these things, they go into a lot of effort, and that's just one thing that stood out to me. There is the special effects as well, also stood out. There was one scene that not as good, but overall, like the actual physical effects of the ghosts, which I'll go through in a moment. Wow, really good. And yeah, like when you see the hammer, the jackal, even the great child, the dire mother, and some of the others, they're just the torn prince, the angry princess. Wow, the torsos are really good as well. And there is one scene which J.R. Bourne, who's a phenomenal actor, probably doesn't get enough recognition, but he definitely deserves it. Plays a lawyer in this film, and he goes down. He knows there's ghosts in this house, and he goes down to collect his money, and one of the ghosts appears in front of him, and when he gets killed off, the special effects used are just amazing. It's very gross, and it's like a bisection. Like, if you haven't seen it, watch it. You'll know what I mean. It's really well done scene. Now, I also mentioned 13 Ghosts. There are the 13 Ghosts. So we start off with the firstborn son. Then you go into the torso, and the torso special effects was really good. And yeah, it's like just a torso really, just wandering around on its arms. The bound woman, the withered lover, the torn prince, the angry princess, the pilgrimess, the great child and the dire mother, the hammer and the jackal, and the juggernaut. The juggernaut is the 12th ghost. The 13th ghost comes into it a bit later on, and I won't spoil that because, yeah, I don't want to throw too many spoilers out there, but the juggernaut is the first ghost you see, and it's in that junkyard scene. Really done well. I like the flashes they give you of the ghosts, but then sometimes they do linger on them for a bit, and just the whole use of the visual effects was really well done. Like I said, there was one scene where the CGI, I mean, given the movie was in 2001, so 20 years old, CGI wasn't great, but overall it's just one little tiny thing I found wrong. Overall, the movie as a whole is quite enjoyable. I enjoy it, but what would I give it out of 10? I'm going to go for a 7.5 out of 10. There are some good things about it, there are some bad things about it, but overall it's an enjoyable film. It's a The special effects are great. The sound, like I mentioned, the acting is great. I highly recommend you give it a watch if you haven't seen it already. And hey, if you have, watch it again. It's a good film. But look, thank you very much for joining me today. Next week, I will be doing another review. I'll be doing 2 reviews actually. Given it's Friday the 13th, I'm going to review one of the Friday the 13th films. And I'm also going to put another poll up on my Instagram. So I'll put my Instagram name down below. Go vote on which one you want me to review. And I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much. Bye now.